Atreus, did you see Yasuke Simulator? You didn't see anything about this?
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking
Atreus,
about.
I'll tell you one thing off
Hey.
rip. My chat asked me to look into it, so I checked it out. I pulled it up the other day. I will say this. It seems as though they took it about as seriously as Assassin's Creed Shadows has. So that's going to be interesting to see.
And
this
this
go down.
Yasuke Simulator is a game that lets you play as Yasuke in feudal Japan. And it's interesting. It comes out the same exact day as Shadows, March 20th. Made from developers called Historical Accurate Developers. And we are going to check out the trailer. We're gonna check out the trailer since Atreus has never watched it, and I don't know. I can't believe he never watched it. That's insane.
This is gonna be great.
So now
have you really not seen this?
I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Oh, this
All
is
right,
gonna be
well,
amazing.
now
I can't
you're
wait
gonna
for his
have-
reaction.
Now you're gonna have 2 videos to make. So here we go.
Yeah.
Let's play Yasuke Simulator, available March 20th for an unknown price as of right now.
I am Oda Nobunaga. I am Daimyo. You shall be my samurai, Yasuke. You will help me unify Japan. Go now to the streets. Fight your way up to Takatenjin Castle, controlled by the Takeda clan.
Hold
Wait,
it up.
It's gonna get real good. Hold on. Really lore accurate. Here we go. Hold on. Aside from the music. There we go.
Yeah.
I wonder if it
There we
plays at
go.
this FPS.
Yeah, low rider.
Oh, that's K.Dunk.
Running over Asian.
Stop Asian hate.
No, keep it going.
Day one, baby. Day one.
Watch it
Day
outsell
one
the
purchase. How have you never seen this, bro?
Watch that
Wow.
outshell
Chat.
Shadows.
I know what we're playing on the day that fucking Assassin's Creed releases. Holy shit!
You're gonna go to
That
the
shit look
top
like
of
it's gonna
Twitch
be a fucking
leaderboards.
mess, though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fucking hot mess, no doubt about it. But we got the lowrider, we
It'll
got
be
the
funny
speed
as fuck,
bikes,
though.
we got the fucking machine guns, we got the sniper rifles. This is accurate. If I've ever seen feudal Japan, this is it.
Did you also see in the very beginning he knocks a box over and had bananas in it?
Hey, Japan.
Oh my
Oh,
Did it?
this guy.
Hey,
Yo,
Japan.
so-
Everybody in Japan should buy this game to prove they're not racist.
They just might.
Facts.
Wait,
True.
where's the
True.
knocking down of the bananas? Where?
It's pretty early on. I don't know. Started like
Oh, right there.
Oh my god.
No, right there.
There
Oh
it is.
shit! Wait,
Castle,
Bananas.
controlled by the
Not all of
There's-
them, but some of
there's
them. Are.
bananas over. That's crazy. But then again,
Yeah.
to be fair, there's other fruits and stuff there. So
No
Of
watermelon.
course, Wyatt will point out the bananas.
yeah,
That's
why
right.
would point out the
Banana.
bananas? Of course.
You can't
so,
prove that. That was Ryan.
So Yasuke Simulator is coming out March 20th, and again, let me show this really quick. This actual Steam page. I don't see any price yet on Yasuke Simulator. It says step into 1579 as Yasuke, the African samurai, and join Oda Nobunaga in his quest to unite Japan. Master precise katana combat, uncover secret gear, and unleash your ancestral power in this historically inspired, action-packed journey through feudal Japan. You know what's funny? They actually described it more accurate than Shadows did, because Shadows was going for historical accuracy, and they said historically inspired. So much better wording overall. The developer, this is their first ever game called
That's
History
great.
Accurate Developers. The publisher is History Accurate Developers, which is fantastic. First tag on this game is historical. So there's that.
But here's the thing: I've done some research on it. I can't find any information on history accurate developers. Like it's got to be like one dude indie, obviously.
Of course.
Yep.
Like,
Of
but
course.
you would think
Yeah.
they'd have some sort of like social media account or presence. Just
One is Kada, bro. Of course. Of course it's
Wow.
Kada.
your nightmare.
That's insane, man. So
God damn.
many more people want Shadows more than want Yasuke Simulator more than Shadows. That's just how it goes. So incredible. But let's bring up the entire point that I brought this up is because of this. Check this out. So hold on, we got AI parody Yasuke Simulator. Of course, they got to make sure everybody knows it's AI for whatever, like if anybody gives a fuck.
because they're trying to knock
announced
it down a peg. They're trying to already plant the seeds. Like, hey, just so you know, this is an asset flip. Don't. It's a joke game. Don't buy it. Like they're trying to plant the seeds in the first two words. Like,
You'd
Yeah.
know by experience, wouldn't you, Soy JT, with your fake articles and your fake sources?
Where's my clip?
That was really
Damn. That's rough.
I got nothing.
Coming from Ryan too. That's bad.
He's getting back to the hair joke.
News coming soon, folks.
That's fucking terrible. Anyway, AI parody Yasuke Simulator announces same launch date as Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, this is from someone called Rhiannon Bevan.
She is listed on Kotaku Detected and a good friend of Alyssa Mercante. But go on.
Yeah, I know. This is a certain person who writes a lot of melty melts all over the gamer. And they are quite angry over the fact that this game is coming out at the same time as Shadows. And apparently they're trying to downplay this, and they're trying to say, well, it's generative AI. It's not even going to be a good game. It uses reused assets. And I'm like, everybody who's going to buy this game knows that already. Nobody cares.
Watch it still be more fun than Shadows.
Yes,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Video game. That's the point.
Nobody cares about the fact that it is a fucking AI generated video game. Nobody cares, bro. Literally nobody. But they try to make it seem, and then they post this picture. Which, by the way, if they really cared about reused assets, you think they would have used this in a trailer? No. This is where the screenshot came from. It came from the trailer, showing all the same statues and whatnot. So, and then if you look here, it says those who have been crying about Assassin's Creed Shadows since it was revealed that Yasuke would be one of the player characters appeared to think this is a big own against Ubisoft. And while there is a chance that someone really went to this much effort to attack Assassin's Creed for featuring a black samurai, especially with the dog whistly dev name History Accurate Developers, it's not entirely clear what the joke is. After all, it looks like just any number of poorly thrown together ripoffs that appear on marketplaces. But if your idea of owning Ubisoft is to spend money on shovelware, be my guest, I suppose.
Absolutely. Why not?
I feel like I'm going to gain weight with the calories of these words. This is great.
No, I think this is a gross misunderstanding of who gamers actually are. Yes.
No, but this is the point. This is what makes this funny is dumb motherfuckers like this that do not understand the culture. They don't care to understand the culture. They're avidly against it. And for some reason, they actually have a job writing about video games in a way that does not appeal to any gamers at all.
Actually, it does the exact opposite. This is more of a billboard. Right. People are wanting this stuff and they're just spotlighting it.
And the funny verbiage, those who have been crying about Assassin's Creed Shadows, like I think you're showing your hand here when you say that in your article.
I'm definitely crying if it gets pushed back again.
Oh my god, yeah, they better not push it back. I'm talking about Simulator. I don't give a fuck about Shadows.
I thought you were talking about the other game.
Well, again, I think it's very telling that 60 plus people on my friends list want to wish list
that was
Simulator.
great. That's
and
the most
only 3 or 2, whatever it was, want Shadows. It's pretty telling. And I don't think anybody already owned the game on my friends list, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, scroll all the way down.
Is there more?
Keep going all the way to the comments. Keep going to the comments.
What the fuck?
Right there. One comment. Keep going.
Yasuke Simulator forever.
Told you.
Hell yeah.
That is literally the only comment. That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Jesus Christ, man. So now that you've seen it, Atreus, what are you thinking?
Can you? I mean, I've already said my piece. I'll be playing it on day one.
Game of the year.
While Kata is grifting and playing something nobody wants to play. I'll be playing.
He is the only one that has wish listed it. Well, one other person, but yeah. Kata has wish listed it.
On gamespopularity.com, it is currently listed as number 1086 on the most wish listed games on Steam.
It's climbing. It was at 1400 before.
Oh, it's climbed quite a bit. In this month alone.
It was about 2000 when me and Will talked about
it.
Yep,
it was 2000. It was 2000. The dates are backwards here. Hold on. God, this is confused. What the fuck? I don't even know how to read these dates, but yeah, a few days ago it was 2000.
Great journalism from Soy JT.
Jesus, how many dunks are you gonna get on me here? Damn, I'm used from other people. I'm like ready for it. You say it, I'm like, damn, every time. Like I
I
don't
am
even
so
say it.
desperate for recognition, Smash. I do apologize.
To be honest, you don't really need to respond to Ryan. You can be like, okay, here's your cookie. Now go sit back in the kitchen.
That's
A
literally
rare
what it
honest
is,
moment
It
man.
from
doesn't work
Ryan.
on words. It doesn't work on players.
Remind me never to make any hair comments on Ryan again. Damn.
No, just toss his tea back into the ocean and he'll get quiet.
Sure as fuck would.
Tea bag. You.
But no, like a week ago it was at 2000, and now it's at 1086. So it's climbed double in a week.
That's
And I have a
insane.
feeling it's going to keep going up more.
How many people?
And we got
are
what, 3 more
watching
weeks?
This show.
Yep.
1,200 people. Go and check out that game and wish list it. That's what I.
Yeah, everyone go wish list it. Get this thing.
Yeah.
So one last question before we move on to the Nexus mods things. How many of you guys think that this game might pull bigger numbers than Shadows?
I hope so.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
On
I
Steam,
don't think
strictly
so.
on Steam. And the
No,
reason why I bring it up
no,
is
good
because
call.
Assassin's Creed is notorious for not doing well on Steam.
Still.
I still don't. Well, it depends on the price. If it's like
Well-
$4.99, then there's a chance.
The reason why, well,
I agree with that.
There's many reasons why Assassin's Creed doesn't do well on Steam, but the main reason is because Ubisoft usually launches Assassin's Creed exclusively on Uplay, and
Right.
you know they figured out that that's killing their company, so now they're starting to
Well,
launch.
that's
their
what's killing
games.
the company.
Well, one of many reasons, but essentially keeping your game away from like 90% of the PC user base usually isn't a good fucking idea. So now they're kind of just letting that go and just launching day to date on Steam. So it's going to be interesting to see how well it does, given that they have course corrected in that situation. Maybe too little too late, but
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't actually think about that. You're right. They usually wait about like a year and then they release it on Steam.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not doing
I'll
that
be
this
real,
time.
dude. I almost, depending on how much, if this is like a $5 game, I'll drop $100 to just start gifting it to everybody I know. Like,
I'll take
hell
one.
yeah.
If creators get behind the success of this game and get behind it, then I'm sure many thousands of people will play it and support it.
It's so
Hey,
crazy, man.
If I get monetized on Gooner Fist before the game comes out, I will stream it day one.
I won't.
There you go.
I'm good.
500 subs, baby, make it happen.
I just know if it's
we
going to
get
look
that.
like that on StreamYards, we better get our OBS set up because holy crap, that was like a clip show that you were showing during that
Yeah, that was
video
bad.
of it.
Oh yeah.
I hope it's not
Uh,
frame rate. It looks beautiful.
No, it's StreamYards is garbage for showing like video content that's
Not just
gameplay.
StreamYard, it's also Twitter. So you combine Twitter and StreamYard. And this
Yeah.
is awful.
Hmm.
Yeah, on OBS it'll be fine.
Let's move on to the next topic. Let's talk about Nexus mods. So Nexus mods pulled the Nexus mods and they did what they always do, which is enforce their rules only one way, of course.
Well, real
This
quick,
is-
will the fans? Anyway, sorry.
Great guy. Check
He's
him out.
awesome. He's in the
he's
chat.
all right.
Sorry. Also, I saw Kate.
This fucking guy.
Nexus mods does what Nexus mods always do.
Real quick. No,
Oh,
JK.
you motherfuckers, I swear to God. Nexus mods does what they always do, right? Which is enforce rules only in one direction. They swear they are a website that is not political, but God knows that is anything further from the truth. A lot of alternative, and I want to be very clear, I'm not a modder, never said I was, and I just don't mod my games. But I know of a lot of people that do. And those people are coming out and recommending certain websites. I know DEG Mods is one of them. And DEG Mods actually commented on my video about Nexus Mods during the week. So shout out to them. That was awesome. And basically what happened was Nexus Mods has banned a mod in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 that allows you to change the race of Musa Mali from black to white, right? To basically turn him into a cumin. If you look here, right here. So it's called Lore Accurate Musa.
Well, real quick, can we scroll? I want to address Endemion's post before we get into this thing.
Sure.
Using the whole, also the mods in Skyrim and Fallout to kill children up for virginity, that's a shitty fucking argument because that the game inhibits your immersion by making them the only non-killable NPCs. That is a terrible comparison to make. And I'm just, if you're going to try and make a comparison, do something that doesn't cost credibility, because that's a retarded argument.
Well, wait, I don't understand. Explain.
Basically, you can't kill kids in those games, and the mods allow you to. And Endymion saying that that's bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I thought the show just fucking
I was waiting for you to be like, gotcha.
The fuck?
Well, I had it backwards. That's why I was like, huh? Okay.
But in any case, so here's what happened. So this mod allows you to obviously race swap Musa from black to white, and they banned the mod. And it's funny because when this mod came out, people were saying how long till Nexus Mods bans it, because at this point it's a meme, right? We all pretty much know that Nexus Mods is going to do this. You know, they did this with stuff like this with dark skinned Geralt. You know, you've had black Geralt available as a mod for the longest time on Nexus Mods, but they only allow race swapping from white to black. They don't allow race swapping from black to white. And this has been proven with God of War Ragnarok, with Angerboda. This has been proven now with the same thing here, because they banned this mod. And the funny thing is, there is a mod right now that's available that allows you to race swap Henry, the main character, into literally Musa. So you can race swap. You can race swap Henry from white to black, but you can't race swap Musa from black to white. That's not allowed.
Do you feel seen, Atreus and Sheep? Do you feel seen with this mod? Do you?
I don't fucking care. You're asking the wrong person, dog.
Okay, Atreus, do you feel seen through this
Three
mod?
people in the chat said they turned him into Kata. That's crazy. He does look like Kata.
God damn.
Holy shit.
Somebody
needs to put shades right now on Henry.
Shit.
I get in a fucking do-rag, guarantee looks like Kata.
Socrates the GOAT. We know you're watching. Get on it, doggone it.
I'm gonna leave it up right here on screen.
I think chat should take Ryan's chair, considering they have funnier comments at this point.
Damn.
Can you imagine if Ryan's box was like literally just fucking the chat scrolling down?
His box?
Yes, the box.
Hey, yo,
that box.
Cowboy
Hey,
yo. Then it becomes Atreus, okay?
Atreus been trying all stream to get me.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
It's crazy. You got no room to talk.
With a dick in her ass. What? Are you? Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm shocked.
That's crazy, bro. How do
We
you
stayed,
let
done
yourself
that, you
do that?
bastard.
Is $1 really worth that much, brother?
No, that's an entertainment value. That was funny. Atreus out there being a comedian.
Says the man who plays dress up for funds and then
yeah, the man.
That's another man who's
Hold up, did you ever beat
unfuckable.
Did you ever what?
Did you ever beat Dustborn, Atreus?
Hell
no, he ran away from that shit, bro.
Oh, bro, that game is so easy. You can literally walk through it.
That's fun. That's fucked up.
Just turn the game on and walk
what
away.
do you do about the mental abuse?
You inflict it upon everybody else, and then you feel superior.
He's black. He ain't ever feeling superior. Come on now.
That's crazy.
I trigger
That's for
everybody.
People like me. Like,
so what are we thinking about this? What are we thinking about this? Is at this point, like, does anybody here mod their games? Like
how many mods?
I'm not smart enough.
We talked about Nexus mods before, and we went through their entire team, and it's the woke as fuck team. Like every single one of them.
Right?
How many mods
they're in the United Kingdom and they won't be touched until 2029.
How many mods exist that we do not agree with fundamentally? Tons of them.
That's the beautiful thing. In a single player RPG, I don't gotta agree with shit.
Right.
It's like somebody can install whatever they want to install, and I'll never know
like
about
if
it.
you want to make him walk around as like a giant penis with 2 balls as his feet, I'd be like, all right, who cares? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Like, it's a video
it's
game.
the weirdest thing.
Specific example there.
I
don't know why I got so descriptive on that. I'm sorry.
Something you want to say?
Minecraft
mods you installing.
Well, we know Smash definitely mods his games now after that.
I'm just wondering, when is Nexus Mods going to address the PDF file mods that exist on their website?
They don't mind that. They don't mind that. Again, they only mind the stuff.
A problem with minor attracted persons. You didn't know that?
You mean evil people who need to be shot?
They need to repent.
They only address the stuff that is politically charged because, again, they're a website that's not politically charged. That's how it works, remember?
Yep.
Now, if you guys remember, during the whole Trump debacle, when they banned the Captain America Trump from Marvel Rivals, they put out this like 10-post fucking spiel about how they're not, not a company that chooses sides. They're not political. They don't want American politics or anything related to it on their website. But like Cassie said, you got shit way worse than American politics to worry about. I think even Kada ended up posting on that long thread with a screenshot of all the Marvel Rival nude mods that are on that website. And again, I don't really care about the nude mods. That's like whatever. Like, I'm not gonna see it. You're an adult, whatever. But there's some shit that depicts, some very questionable things on the website, but they don't care about that. But God forbid you race swap a black guy to a white guy. Oh, that's just not allowed.
If John Del Rose played games, I bet if there was a Lucario mod, he'd use that.
Oh my god!
Sure, a nude Lucario mod. You got to be specific. Which he probably has installed in another game somewhere, but that's besides the point.
You can get away with this kind of rampant hypocrisy when you're a British-based company, because speaking your mind is not allowed in my part of the world. So you highlight the inconsistency, you highlight the hypocrisy. You are the problem. You don't support diversity. You don't support inclusivity. You don't support black people. And you just get silenced.
Yeah, so everyone in the UK become a VTuber and make your profile anime black chick. You can say
or you can just not give a shit and be like me. Okay.
Also, really quick for the people that always ask, because I get this comment all the time when I make videos about Nexus mods. They're like, so what's the alternative? And the crazy thing is that I made sure this time when I did a video on it to put in 2 alternatives, DEG mods and I think based mods or one other one. I forgot the other second one. And I literally still got comments on that video saying, so what's the alternative? I'm like, did you watch the fucking video, bro?
That's a fucking lazy ass. You want to know how you find the alternatives? You fucking Google it or be like, dude. You know how many times I go to I see hey, this Sonic Adventure mod is the greatest yet, and like, oh, okay, cool. I love Sonic Adventure. It's one of the games I mod the most. And I click on the video, and guess what the creator of the video did? Links the fucking mod in the description. What do you mean? What's the alternative? They're everywhere, motherfucker.
So now you guys, for those watching the stream, because again, we're reaching some more people here. You guys know some alternatives that you can go to. They're out there. You do not have to use Nexus mods. And this mod, plus, ironically, both mods, the Henry one and the Musa one, is both available on DEG mods. So you could get it there and not have to worry about any form of like censorship or anything. So definitely check it out and give them a try. Like I said, I'm not into modding, so I can't give you any recommendations aside from that. But I'm sure there's people in the chat or
modding at all, really?
Yeah, I don't mod my games. I want to play them as they are supposed to be.
I always play a game vanilla first, but afterwards, let's just. Usually, I just mod for cosmetics, like just like, oh, I'm playing Fallout, but I want to like Saitama, like.
So I'll tell you some history. So the last time I modded anything was back during original World of Warcraft when I wanted to play as an undead mage, but I had rolled a gnome mage because I wanted to play with friends on Alliance, and I didn't want to play as an ugly ass gnome. So I had modded my game to allow me to be an undead, even though people didn't see that, obviously.
Yeah, it's like when you mod Smash Bros. Like if you're playing online with people, they'll see the OG, but you can see your skin modded. Like,
yeah, like gnomes at the time were the best mages because they had escape artists, which is a racial trait that made you really OP in PvP. So
wow, a racial trait.
Just gnomes,
that's what it's called.
Well, I mean,
it's called escape artist.
To take it back to Nexus mods, there's so many companies out there that built their brand off of a libertarian mindset in the early to mid 2000s, and then all of that had changed once Donald Trump became president, and then a lot of these same people that built their brands, their websites, their companies off of libertarian values of come one, come all, suddenly became authoritarian pigs. Now it's time for alternatives to rise up and really for us to highlight alternatives as well. We are trying to do that while also letting you know, hey man, these guys are fucked up. But yeah, there's
that's usually how that how that goes when that one voice becomes the loudest in the room. They then think they run the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to be clear, I want both those mods to exist. I feel like one shouldn't exist over the other, and that's really where the difference in ideas come from. Because it's a single player fucking game, man. Like, why are you policing single player mods so long as they're not depicting any form of like actual criminal activity?
Because it's all about ideology. It's not about the game.
I know it was a rhetorical question. I was just saying
sorry.
in general. Like, we already know, especially since they're fucking European or from the United Kingdom. Like, we already know they're basically like Ryan, so they're damn near fucking Nazis at this point.
No, it's not happening. No, unfortunately.
Like I said, dump the tea back into the ocean.
It's going to take a long time for the UK just to get where the US is now. A long time.
Ryan, to be fair, it happened.
We're all not speaking Arabic in a few years.
Exactly.
Ryan, with the right person,
it can get racially replaced and then exterminated.
Ryan, with the right person, it can happen basically overnight. I mean, Trump's been in office for like a month.
Yeah, I'm not shaving my mustache, man. Sorry.
Oh, please, for the love of God, no. Last time you did that, you looked like you owned a white van.
You seriously never do that again. Never do that again. When you sell,
it is moments like that where I'm so glad Hypno marks all these streams is 18 plus because holy fuck, dude, you looked hungry. Like, it was
yeah, that was dangerous.
Oh, no.
Any last thoughts on that before we move to the last topic? Look at us, Atreus, actually getting through topics.
Yeah.
We went through all the topics more rounds than you played in Marvel Rivals.
I think that the alternatives are going to grow and they're going to become better because people are yearning and wanting those kinds of things out there. And I think that most people are just going to realize that when a product gets shittier and shittier, even people that might want those more diverse mods, they're going to look in better places because they don't want a shitty product that will, that is just inferior to what is possible to be out there. I think people on both sides of the spectrum can agree on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
people on both sides of the spectrum can't agree on that. That's why Nexus Mods existence is doing what it's doing. There's only actually one side of the spectrum agreeing on
that. Real quick, Hypno, let me share my screen before we move on to the next one.
Go ahead, good sir.
You got ask permission, bitch.
This is just a refresher. This is Nexus Mods team.
They're all white, aren't
Look at that diversity. Look at all that diversity.
They're always fucking white.
And
God.
Yeah, the one.
No. There's one black thing here.
They got one black.
And they named him Dark Dog.
Do you feel represented?
I remember this.
Somebody needs to play Rusty Cage now.
Look at all that diversity where they want to
hate woke whites so much.
And they want to hardcore push their ideologies like, we'll tell you what's acceptable and what's not with racially charged things. Meanwhile, the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how it always is.
Well, the southwest of England is paradoxical in that it's one of the most liberal parts of the UK, but also one of the whitest. But liberal in the sense of centrist, not far left. They're actual centrist liberals who gatekeep their communities because they don't like foreigners. But they spread the fucking woke mind virus even more powerfully than the far left do in the UK.
Real quick, I do have someone asking a question in chat. They said, hold on a second, MAGA people are authoritarian, cult classic. No, I did not say that. What I said was the response, the deflection from Donald Trump coming into office was a bunch of relatively libertarian-minded leftists who then became authoritarian pigs. That is what I meant.
I have a question. You can't click on any of these people, and I was like, I wonder what Sarah. Content creator, Jack, content creator, Sarah, content creator.
That says content manager, not creator. Come on now, don't be reading like one of them blacks.
Well, sorry, content creator over here, content manager for Sarah. Sorry, but greater point is like, what content creator? What do you mean content creator? Like a YouTuber that works for Nexus Mods? Like what the fuck's a content creator?
Or do you make mods?
I say I would assume they make mods, but then again, that one's a woman, and I don't think women know how to make mods.
Wait,
I thought they had like community submitted mods. I didn't think they actually made
Go back to him. Go back to him real quick. It's real simple. Jack holds the camera. And
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. We got Tristan. Tristan holds the camera. He's the videographer.
Jack holds the iPhone.
There you go.
If this company was open, honest, and transparent, we'd have full profiles on everyone who worked for this team, and they'd all be deconstructed into oblivion. That's why, even in showcasing their team, they're not open. Because just like if we see with Mercante opening herself up, you can be dismantled easily.
Choice of words, my friend.
Seriously.
The best person on Nexus mods is Dark Dog, okay? The emotional support animal and mascot.
Shout out to Dark Dog. Hopefully they
What a
don't
fucking
race
name.
swap him at some point.
It's
That
the
was
Keep
great.
him away from the
crazy-ass
police.
racist group. Holy shit.
Yes.
You can probably find these people on LinkedIn if you look
Oh,
hard
Oh,
enough.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Oh.
Probably some
Only
other
black
websites.
person
I
allowed
don't
to,
mash, 'cause
allowed to
apparently you're
represent
IP
that
banned.
site is a dog. That's insane.
LinkedIn. Ugh.
It's hilarious, dude. All right, let's get to the last topic. So we're going to talk about GameStop. Now, if you guys are unaware or missed the story throughout the week,
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
Leon's going to jump on this one.
I love this story. I'm excited about this. I'm pissed off at
it's
how
an
poorly my
interesting
video
story.
did because this is a funny as fuck story.
I thought this
It's
was
interesting.
hysterical as well.
Oh, this
So,
is
GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen thought it was in his best interest to go on Twitter and basically announce the sale of GameStop Canada and GameStop France. And he announced it and said, you know, in a sarcastic way, obviously, that the reason for the sale is due to high taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI, which apparently will be included at no additional cost for whoever buys GameStop today. So people were talking about this. Of course, a lot of wokies got angry over it. And they were saying, well, what the fuck? Why would he be saying this? Whatever. But apparently...
It goes to show these people don't pay attention to politics. He
they
openly supported Trump in his come up, like in running for 2024. Ryan
think I
Cohen was
remember
an
him,
open Trump supporter.
Right, but they don't pay attention. And to be
He's
fair,
Canadian.
GameStop
of course.
changes CEOs every like 4 months, it seems.
He's
Fair
a
enough.
Canadian entrepreneur. Obviously, this dude has been through a lot just to find any form of fucking success.
I can tell you quite a bit about Ryan Cohen. Me and him go way back, actually. I mean,
I bet y'all do.
yeah, like he.
Oh, GameStop. Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you want to know about Ryan Cohen? I can indulge
Spill
you guys.
it, spill
in
it
this
all, spill it all. But then
So Ryan Cohen got started with that dog food company that would deliver it to your door. What the hell was that called?
Chewy?
Chewy. Thank you.
So
So
I was thinking
he
McDonald's. Like,
so he created Chewy, and that's where he made all his money with that, and then sold Chewy off, made a shit ton of money, and was hanging out for a while before GameStop was at like an all-time low, and he realized that there was an opportunity for the stock to go higher. And he's like, sure, why not buy this and figure it out? So he bought it, stock went crazy. And he's been, he was initially an activist investor. And then he bought so much into it. It was almost like an Elon Musk with X type situation where he bought so much into it, where he just ultimately just took it over and was like, okay, I'll take this company. And he's been in charge of it for the better part of 4 years now. He's been there for a while. And it's not without his controversy. He's had a bunch of shenanigans with Bed Bath & Beyond, with someone jumping to their death after he had some shenanigans with the stock situation there. That
they were just a little clumsy. That's all.
yeah, he just tripped to his death. So there's some. I mean, I love the guy, but there are parts about him that I'm not a big fan of. But he does, at the end of the day,
Like a rational person.
yeah, believe it or not,
You
But-
treat it like a buffet. Some shit you like,
some
some,
shit
you
I
don't.
like, some don't. Yeah,
You shouldn't fucking idealize anybody.
exactly. But at the end of the day, my opinion of Ryan Cohen is he's a guy that's very based and has a lot of fuck you money. And he can say something like this and be like, I don't give a shit about the consequences, because even if I lose everything on GameStop, he's already made so much goddamn money. He's a billionaire, multi-billionaire, potentially billionaire, like with a B. So he doesn't care. Like, he's like, this is a shit show. This shit needs to get fixed and figured out. And everyone just wants to pile on him. But I'm like, he is one of those people that just has a lot of money and doesn't care. But he's been there for a while.
I
love the
read
fact-
somewhere, and I don't know if you guys can correct me or whatever, but something about his compensation at GameStop, that he's not normal compensated as a CEO. Like something weird about his.
Well, yeah, he was getting paid a penny for every year. Like he wasn't even doing it for money. Like, because he had
Right.
the stock investment of it.
Right,
Like,
right.
He wasn't
Yeah,
taking a
something like
paycheck
that.
out of it.
Bro, I
Leon, what
love
were you
the
gonna say? I'm
fact-
sorry.
Yeah, the only account on X he follows is the GameStop account. Dude got 500,000 followers, but only follows the GameStop account.
But
That's
that
like-
wasn't always the case. There was.
I guess that's yeah. No one starts off that, but I just think that's like That's a boss move.
Well, I remember when he joined Twitter, it was back when I was investing in GameStop before I was like in the documentary and before the stock went wild. He joined and he wasn't verified or anything. And I followed him and he'd say stuff about like GameStop because he was an activist investor at that time. He wasn't even the CEO at that time. And I was like, is this actually him or is it just a dude pretending to be him? Because he had like 4,000 followers. I'm like, he's like a nobody. And then once the GameStop stuff started blowing up, then his account blew up. I was like, I guess it is him. All right. So
how long has he been the CEO of GameStop?
At least 4 years.
Say 2019, I think. Or
really?
Maybe it was a little after that.
Might have been 5 years.
Was that before GameStop?
I have not been following GameStop, man.
He's been there for a while.
That was before GameStonks, right?
Yeah, he's the one that created GameStonks. Basically.
Oh well, shit! There you go.
He's the one that bought into it and made the stock.
Oh, no. Okay, so he became a board member in 2021, but he didn't become the CEO until 2023.
That's what I thought because I knew he was part of the company for a while, but not like a CEO.
Right.
Because wasn't that guy? What the fuck's his name, man?
Reggie.
Reggie, yeah. He was CEO before. That's the last one I remember.
I don't think he was CEO. I think he was a board member as well.
He was just a board member, if I recall.
Yeah, they had a different.
Oh, he wasn't CEO. You sure?
No, they had what the hell was his name? Was it Brian something? But nobody like loved him in the position, and he was super old school. So they needed a change, and they needed an activist investor to come in and basically push him out, which is what Ryan did. And it was one of those calculated moves that I don't think he initially expected it to turn into what it did, but he's like, if it's one of those, if they can't do it right, I got to do it myself type things.
So my question would be just a real simple question. I mean, I understand the jokes. I get it. The whole, wokeness, whatever, but in all seriousness, what do you guys think, one at a time, please. What do you guys think is the reason for them actually wanted to leave Canada and France? Because they're staying in Australia, they're staying in some parts of Europe, but they're leaving Canada and France specifically. Is it only DEI or is it something else on top of that?
Sort of. They go hand in hand. So basically, wokeness is not just, they turned my character black. Wokeness is, hey, let's start subsidizing things that don't make money. Let's start putting all of our tax revenue into these effectively woke social causes. And because of that, the costs of everything for brick and mortar stores and businesses go up. So while it's not wokeness in the sense of like, Black Captain America, he says it right here, the taxes, the socialism, the progressivism, those are all inherently tied to wokeness. So yeah, I guarantee you that in France is known for how insanely woke their political policies are. Same with Canada. I think the cost of doing brick and mortar business in those countries is astronomical, and there's literally no, especially when we turn to a mostly online economy for like downloading games and shit. People don't buy games at GameStop. They have games there, but people go and buy fucking pop figures and T-shirts. Like it's not financially tenable because.
I mean, these days, I don't even know if they buy that. Like, that's what I was like. What do people buy at GameStop?
Yeah, like, nothing. They just window shop now.
I heard they do fairly well on TCG, but that's thumb stores. I don't know if they're all like
fucking Pokemon, of course.
I love GameStop, to be fair. Like, I go to GameStop probably a couple times a month, and I usually end up buying at least one thing. But again, usually it's like a collectible for my background or whatever. Like, the only games I buy are Switch games. So I play everything on PC. The fuck do I need a GameStop for?
They brought back GameStop Retro. Is that still is that still a thing?
That's still
a thing. There's one in my city.
They've brought that back like 5 times, and every time it fails because they want max price for retro games. And that's not the retro market. Retro market is trying to find good deals all the time, and
right.
Usually,
convention markets, eBay,
Look at the main 2 examples that we're talking about. We're talking about Canada and France. Canada and France are responsible for like major, some of the most insane protests over the past 5 years from the average everyday working class perspective. It is impossible to get ahead out in Canada, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Everything singularly is stacked against you. And that's just if you want to go the business route. You get fucked going the business route, and let alone just being an average everyday Canadian.
Well, real quick, Iron Reaver Soul 624 says, Leon, I buy games at GameStop. Congratulations, you are part of a 20% minority. 80% of games are sold digitally now. So when I say no one does it, that's obvious hyperbole. You are one of 20%.
Well, I will say to counter that, I think when the Switch 2 comes out, assuming it's going to be physical, that they confirmed already, I think that will rejuvenate it, at least for the first few years.
Oh, again, I would be willing to guarantee that the people that buy games at GameStop are mostly buying Nintendo games. I bet
that's
that is
more
their
of a
highest seller.
that's like the Switch 2. I would see as being more of just a tourniquet for this for a problem.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Sony is it Sony that's killing off physical DVDs within the next like 2 years or so, something like that?
Yep, it's Sony.
Sure is.
And then Microsoft is doing a whole bunch of shit too.
Yeah, everybody else is gonna follow it, which is fucking gay, by the way. So
With Sony, they're not getting rid of physical media. It's more so like basically you're just not, the average regular person is not going to have access to Blu-rays anymore. So if you want to make a porn video in your house and you want to put it on Blu-ray, that's not going to happen anymore. So from that perspective, they're ending that.
well, there goes Atreus' career.
Physical media.
You know what, Hypnotic?
is
You
not
know what? You know what? I'm sick
Say
of your shit.
Say it one more time.
Oh, dear.
Man. Listen, that was too easy. I'm sorry.
I wasn't even the one that set it up.
I know, but I took advantage of it anyway. So yeah, obviously, taxes. We get that, man. Canada, bro. Oh my god, dude. I don't know how Canadians fucking survive, bro. What is it, like 70% taxation, 60%, whatever?
Don't worry, it's free healthcare.
There's no way.
Exactly.
There's no way to get ahead.
What was that?
There's no way to get ahead in Canada. Just really survive. Trudeau has made it essentially impossible, and I'm sure I'm sure most leftists that live in Canada are hoping that his successor will
You
change.
say most leftists live in Canada. You could just said most Canadians.
Yes, no, because I know Canadians who happen they are leftists in nature, but from how poorly they've been treated and how poorly their country's been handled, they have certainly loosened up on a lot of their ideology and leftist, and it's like, well, I guess too little too late, but I mean, at least they understand now where their mindset leads to. If you put activism before your very fucking livelihood. So
I remember reading a story that kind of brought into light the taxes situation over there, where XQC, the streamer, was a bitch because he had to pay, his taxes, and he ended up paying almost 60% of his income. Mind you, he's a multi-millionaire. So imagine millions of dollars going to the Canadian government. I don't fucking know. He had to pay 57%.
Here's the theory as to why they're still in Canada, Atreus. Leaving Canada and moving. So America actually, this is a problem with us, has certain sanctions on Canada where if you don't have certain vaccines, if you had certain legal issues, whatnot, you can't come to America. So they're actually being trapped there by the American government more than the Canadian one, as much as I hate to admit it.
I mean, that sounds like
Trump has to roll that back.
Sounds like a good thing, but like, what does he have legal issues?
Dude should buy an island at that point.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, it's never that simple. You can have all the money in the world, but you still got the powers that be that'll tell you, no, you can't do that.
Well, the Canadian authorities know that if they don't have strong borders, everyone with funding is going to fuck off to greener pastures. I mean, when you have
Canada doesn't have strong borders. Look at, dude, they are just as Muslim as you guys there in the UK. What are you talking about?
Well, a lot of French investors actually come over to the UK because of, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we, with our left-wing government, have lower taxes in the UK than a centrist French government, and that's because of decades of a French mindset of top-down government. That's why the French always protest all the time, because if they don't get what they want, they kick shit up and they can shut a nation down, because so much is government run. So it's not surprising that France and Canada are having
trying to tell us the UK is better than France is like, okay, I'm sure Uganda is better than fucking France. Like,
what's the average income for Canada? Anybody know? Per year?
Couldn't
Well,
tell
I
you.
heard,
Nope.
well,
Good question.
I heard
Find out.
I heard that the highest GDP per capita in Canada is is still lower than the lowest GDP per capita in the United States. And that just goes to show 10 years ago, it was on parity. Parity.
Whoa, hold on. I'm trying to understand this. Someone smarter than me help me out. In 2021, the median after tax income for a Canadian family was 68,400. In 2022, it rose to 70,500. So on average, as of 2022, 70,500 is the
that's Canadian
after tax though.
After tax.
Yeah, but the tax is so fucking high. So what? Most of Canada's making over $100,000 a year.
Is that Canadian money or American money?
That's Canadian.
It's
probably.
Canadian.
Yeah.
So
it's more than nothing then.
So it's like 50 cents, right? So,
And that's why
in 2022,
strong
Canada's
nations have
official
strong
poverty
currency.
rate was 9.9. So let's just say 10%. 10%
so
of their
that's
fucking nation live in
interesting.
poverty.
That's very interesting. How so? A lot of Canada is making, according to that number, over $100,000 a year on average. If it's after tax money, which whatever. But the funny thing is, in America, like our average is what, 35 to 50K before taxes. So, like most of that money is going to the Canadian government, which explains how they have so much money to give to these consultancy firms. Dropping 300K just for being diverse.
Yeah.
I need to. I don't think those numbers are after tax. There's no way.
I'm just reading it said after tax. Like it specifically said. I mean,
is that one person or family? Is that family?
It said median income, so I assume it's per person, but I don't know.
It doesn't say family or anything like that.
Nope, it just says median income.
That sounds like family. That sounds like the average family makes that. I can't imagine that being the average person.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if it was per person because think about like you ever go to a store and you see like a item that says price and it says price in Canadian dollars, whatever the fuck they call those. So it's always like $3 to $5 higher, which would mean you extrapolate that to a mass, hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah, I bet their income is also higher because they've got to pay more money. It's all imaginary, basically, at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, but they're taking home less though.
Yeah, they're taking home less for sure.
Well, Chad is saying it's around like 60, 65,000 people are saying who live in Canada supposedly.
Yeah.
So
well,
I don't know.
That makes sense because if you guys are taking home 60, 65,000 per year, give or take, the reason the median is higher, let's say it's because this said 70,000. So you've got a few millionaires in Canada that are offsetting it by what, 5-10%?
I suppose, but I mean, if the income is really like 50 to 60,000, and their taxes are like 50 to 60%, that's insanity.
Hey, check private chat,
which is just incredible.
Bye, Mama Rocco. Have a good night.
Bye.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Give me 1 second. Who's got to leave?
No, I gotta leave. I gotta head out, guys.
Cassie's got to leave.
Bye,
Not
Cassie.
Mama Akko.
Oh, I thought you were
Ryan.
leaving.
Fucking
No.
Ryan. This is what you get for speaking so like.
I looked away for one moment and you confused me here.
It's
Cassie.
good meeting you, Mama Akko. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Yeah.
Cassie,
But,
tell everybody bye who you are, and obviously they know. They know already.
Hey, I got 2 YouTubes now. Cult Classic Cage, if you want to follow me there, and obviously Gunner Fist. It's for shit posting, all sorts of stuff, and also making fun of Razor Fist, replacing Razor Fist because he went. Well, not all the videos, but the live streams certainly. I will be in character for live streams. But hey, I'm trying to get monetized on Gunner Fist. So go subscribe to me there. 500 subs, get me monetized. And if I get monetized before the release of the real Assassin's Creed, all right, the real Assassin's Creed game with a real black samurai where we're actually going, I will play that fucking simulator, bro. That is my promise. So get me there before, what is it, March 20th? And
I can
You're gonna get there.
I can get you there.
Hey, yo.
What the fuck?
But it was
Fucking
great hanging
trash,
out with
bro.
y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Peace out.
Later,
Peace
guys.
out, Cassie.
Peace.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Of
All
course.
right, bye. So anyway, final thoughts on this. Let's get into super chats after that. So ultimately, this entire situation with Ryan Cohen, I just find it funny, like Leon said, how apparently people just don't know who Ryan Cohen is, and they saw this and they were like shell shocked. Did you see the comments that were on that post on his?
Oh,
Twitter
they were
post?
hilarious. I went over some of them in the video I made on it, and like some thought this was amazing, others were straight coping, dog.
They were melting down, bro. It's like you would think GameStop was like this super DEI company, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't remember anything coming from GameStop that was like a major virtue signal recently.
No, they're super capitalist to the point where it's hurting them. Like, oh yeah, this game you just bought last week for $70, we'll give you $7.50 on the return.
Yeah,
they are really capitalist.
They just make seriously stupid financial decisions. Like they really, first off, they fuck over a lot of their employees with the whole like the membership thing. It's like I understand the point of a membership, but at the same time, you want to push sales in general. You can sell like 2 consoles and 40 games. But if you don't have a pro card attached to it, ooh, that's a markdown. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Doesn't GameStop they have like what the fuck is it called, man? Didn't they start taking in technology now too?
Yeah, they got they took in phones. I don't know if they still take phones in, do they?
Tablets and stuff, right?
Yeah, they definitely for a while. I don't know if that's still a thing, but for a while they ran a program where even though they weren't selling retro games in store, they were taking them in store, then just reselling them on their online only store.
Oh, you know what they're doing now? I think they're doing their own grading system now, where they're taking them in and they're sending them out to be graded. I don't know.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
a very terrible move.
Yeah, but that was like their big move like 4 months ago when they announced that.
You say it sounds terrible. My mind immediately like just shot over to my fucking copy of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess to be like, I wonder if I should get these bitches graded. Like,
just send them yourself.
I don't know. I think
I didn't know video game grading for anything that wasn't like retro was a thing. So I mean, if there's
you can grade almost anything.
I'm
really.
So glad that manga is not really like
oh, it will give it time.
Grading is not big in manga right now. It's only big like the only books that I've ever seen that are graded that are worth money are the limited edition books like 1 of 5,000 for like Yu-Gi-Oh and Naruto and which one?
Man, I remember
One Piece. One Piece has a 1 out of 5,000 book.
Give it time.
Shaman King has a 1 out of 5,000 book. But
when
yeah,
Naruto ended, I had every single like volume of Naruto all the way up through Shippuden, and I was getting married the first time and needed the money like for the wedding and whatnot, and so I sold my entire like issue 1 through what the fuck ever it was of Naruto. That dude bitch met me in a mall parking lot and bought it for $400 for a boyfriend. Like people fucking buy manga, dude.
Oh yeah,
they do. Being on eBay as much as I am has made me realize that people buy manga like crazy.
Give it time. You got that. Did you also get the Shotaro Ishinomori Zelda book, Zelda manga?
I did not.
That one right there, because Ishinomori died like early turn of the century. That book's gonna shoot up in price in due time too, because like you're not finding that shit anywhere else unless they like do like a 17th printing or some shit.
That's what happened with Sandland, because I had bought Sandland when Toriyama was still alive, and then he died like 2 months later. Now you can't get the book, and now people are reselling Sandland for like $70-$80.
And you want to know what's fucked up about it? Like, don't get me wrong. I understand, like, get that bag, shit like that. After Prince died, I sold my copy in 1999, and I made a pretty penny. But, like, Sandland is a really, really good book. Like, and it's being gate kept behind money, which it kind of sucks because, man, everyone knows him for Dragon Ball and whatnot, but he released a lot of different shit.
Blue Dragon was one of my favorite games on the 360.
I agree with Atreus for once.
I bet you would. I mean, y'all can leave. We talking.
Yeah, and shoot. Is that what you call that? Talking? Shit sounded like a bunch of gibberish.
Sorry, to get Atreus' attention, you got to talk about bitches and hoes. I apologize. I forgot.
Very
and cosplay queens that are totally not the waifu battle. You got to talk about that
the
too.
moment reading comes up, Atreus is like, "The fuck is this?" Like,
yeah, we don't read. Like there is some black people that read Atreus. Some. But no,
you would have known that Cardi Skull was a Pontiac if you could read, buddy. It was not a Cadillac.
Nigga thought it was a Cadillac.
That's crazy.
Wait, I thought what was a Cadillac?
That's what Pontiac stands for. Nigga thought it was a Cadillac.
And keep in mind about the books going up. Like my Dragon Ball manga box set, the original one, bought that shit for like $90 or brand new or something like that.
That's
now that shit, now it's like 200, 220, something like that. So that shit's going up in value too. So it's crazy how when the artist dies, like that shit just goes down. It's pretty wild. But anyway, any last comments on this topic before we move on?
I just think that he's doing it because it's too expensive to be in these areas. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if California's next. Honestly,
you think they're gonna start pulling out of like some states within the country?
Maybe. I don't know.
Even if they save money by pulling out of the majority of international.
I don't know. I think that California is getting way too expensive to live in as
California,
well.
New York.
If you're not making money, then it makes business sense to pull out. So as long as they have a profitable
It
business.
always makes business sense to pull out.
I was gonna
At
say.
any rate. At any rate, yeah, California, New
not
York,
always.
Atlanta,
Not always.
They're about to hold L's.
Depends on the value.
Hashtag don't pull out.
Not saying that you can't enjoy what you bought, but normally you can save money by pulling out.
Normally. There are always exceptions, though.
Doesn't California have taxes almost as high as fucking Canada anyway?
Yeah. Between
especially on gas, which is why it's so expensive.
Yep. Between federal and state, I'm paying almost 40%, and the gas has, I believe, a $2 tax on every gallon.
Or $4 or $5.
Yeah, don't you guys pay like $8 a gallon or something?
No, it's like
paper. You're gonna be having plastic straws again soon, bro.
I know. I'm looking forward to that. But no, the gas. I typically go to Costco because it's cheapest. But it's like $5 a gallon.
The one near me is like $4.
$5 a gallon.
Yeah.
Bro,
I went to go
saw-
visit. What's that?
I saw some pictures of you guys at one point. I don't know when, paying like $9 a gallon.
Well, there are some locations like Pacific Beach. There's a specific gas station that's right by the highway. That's like it's like $8.50 no matter when. I'm like, who stops at that gas station and pays $8.50 a gallon? It's
desperate people. They know it too. That's why.
Yeah. And there's one by the airport where the car return is. That's about $9. Yeah. So there are a couple of them.
Because they have location privilege.
Yep.
They're going to take advantage
started, when COVID started, it went to like 9, 8 was pretty normal.
Well, I
That's
just
so
remember when
disgusting.
I went to go visit my brother in Austin for New Year's, and I was borrowing his car. I was like, oh, let me fill his car up with gas because he's let me use the car the whole time I've been here. And I was like expecting like $5 a gallon because I'm so used to that. It was like $1.30 or $1.40, and I was like,
oh, dude,
I was like, what?
I've
It's
been
a beautiful
saying for a
thing.
while that I'm going to move out of California, but now I'm like, no, within the next like 2 years, I want to get the fuck out of here.
It's insanely expensive here. It's
Why is Metal? He's like, oh, I've been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan. I think I'm going to Austin. Like,
dude, that's what everyone's been telling me to go check out Austin. I'm like, I'll at least go. And
Oh,
look
I
at it,
love
'cause I've
Austin.
never been.
No.
Go to Texas for sure, but don't go to Austin because Austin liberal as fuck. But
Yeah,
my
it is.
little brother lives in Austin. Like, go to like Dallas or something.
That's what some other people were saying, Dallas. Or I heard like even, I guess up north of Arizona is a pretty nice place to check out.
Yeah, Arizona's good. Good place. Some places in New Mexico pretty good. Yeah.
There's not shit in New Mexico. I drove by there one time. There's a
Go to
gas
Tennessee.
station. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Austin is pretty liberal, but I mean, it's a beautiful city. Like I love.
Oh yeah,
Austin.
Austin's
Yeah.
gorgeous. It's
Go to
so-
any state that's not Montana.
Well, there's
What's
nothing
wrong
there,
with
that's the
Montana?
problem.
Wait,
So
what's
what?
wrong with Montana?
Nothing. Stay the fuck out. That's
No,
what's
I
wrong.
kind of like. I always
Damn.
want to go.
He
to
don't want you to go to Montana. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I was
I've
like-
seen the mountains and
I know
shit like
some-
that, but y'all gotta go 2 days later. Like, I'm cool with it otherwise.
Damn,
Check
he's
out Montana
gatekeeping.
'cause
I
we're
love
all
how
down
the
with the
fastest
shotgun.
head
I don't
off
blame him.
Tennessee
I don't
is
blame
You know what?
great, but
Gatekeep,
apparently not
bro.
great enough to spell it correctly. Like,
You know what it is in Montana? A lot of rich people buy land there and just let it rot until they want to go visit it. You know how many people got fucking ranches in Montana?
Oh,
Acres
dude.
upon acres
Yeah.
upon acres,
Okay,
and like
all right.
nobody's ever there.
All right, so I actually got a
That makes
story
sense.
about this one.
All right, let's
I
make it
used to
quick.
work
I
at
gotta
a-
catch one super chats.
For sure. I used to work at an appliance company. We do like installs and stuff like that. Well, we had to do, me and a buddy, we did a repair out in like close to the base of the Rockies. And Don Letterman has he has some land, like he has ridiculous amounts of lands out there. Like this motherfucker has mooses running on his land that he doesn't even know are there.
You mean
That's
me?
how much land he has.
Meese.
All right.
Insane.
said it
Like
so
it's
seriously.
fucking nuts out there. Like he has insane amounts of land. Like people just buy the shit and they visit like maybe once every 2 years or something like that. It's insane.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Is Kata still in the
Oh,
chat?
shit.
Is
That
Kata
is
still in the chat?
insane.
That's amazing.
Oh shit!
Oh, this
That
caught
is
me
like-
off
I love
guard,
that
man.
he got his fucking like, computer screen reflection in there, so they pulled like his actual glasses he wears.
That is
That's
beautiful.
fucking great.
That is
That is
great.
fucking crazy. I like that.
Oh man, fucking Kata.
You got to
they need
somehow
to-
make that his profile picture.
The
I was just
Footlicker
gonna
mod.
say
That's what
that.
it should be called.
The Footlicker mod.
Surf
That is
Footlicker.
great. Shout out to Piranha Pal for making that meme. That's funny as fuck.
Base Piranha Pal.